Good morning. Okay, so today I am 15 weeks and 5 days, and officially wanted to come on record with this because this morning it's official. I felt the baby moving, and it is the baby. I was up with insomnia since about 4 a.m. this morning, so I was up watching a couple of movies, and it's about 7 o'clock, and I'm laying there, and I just start to I feel the little flutters that I started feeling, I believe it was about 14 weeks, 13 weeks, 5 days, somewhere in there, but I was feeling the little flutters, and I was like, oh, this is the baby. But this morning, I'm laying there, so I felt the first little pump, and I was like, oh, the baby's moving. And then it just kept going, like, doot, 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 doot. Like, it was just in there just moving around and just kicking and having itself a little good old time. And I was like, okay, this is definitely for real the baby. Like, so it's official today at 15 weeks, and so it's official. 15 weeks and 5 days, I can feel baby from the outside, as well as my boyfriend can feel baby from the outside, and with a consistency that we know that it is the baby. How do I feel? I don't know, it's like it's becoming real. And I just laid there and laughed as he did his little thing. And I felt him. I have a long torso, so this is different for everybody, but I felt him above my pubic bone, definitely. Maybe like an inch and a half below my belly button. So he was like right in the middle, I would say. But I mean, I feel like I laid there and I just laughed. Look, I'm tired. I'm working on like 4 hours of sleep. I laid there and I just laughed and giggled as he kicked around. And yes, I'm still calling the baby right now a he, because I do believe that it is a boy. And I'm also wishful thinking that it is a boy. So it's gonna suck if it turns out. It's gonna suck if he turns out to be a she, and then she looks back on this video and is like, oh, Mom, But I really do have a strong feeling that it is a boy, and today I'm just really happy. It's like nothing can burst my bubble, because my last appointment was at 12 weeks and 5 days. So I'm getting ready to, on Monday, which is 6 days away, have my 16-week scan. And those appointments coming a month in between. I've had some scaring. I've had some scares. I've had some bleeding. Almost at 14 weeks, I woke up with some bleeding. Did an emergency trip. So I've had some scares, and there's just no real way of knowing that your baby is okay in there. And right now, with my appointments being a month apart, I mean, it just drives me crazy wondering if the baby's okay. I have this fear that I'm going to go to the hospital for my follow-up checkup, and they're not going to be able to find the baby's heartbeat, because actually at my 12-week scan, she couldn't find the baby's heartbeat. And ultimately, we went and got the ultrasound, which showed that the baby did have a heartbeat and the baby was alive and well. But just little things like that, they scare me. But now, feeling the baby move and consistently and having a pretty decent kick rate, activity rate, I'm going to say it's just like a sigh of relief, because now I know without a doubt, in disregard to having to go to the hospital, that my baby is okay, because I can feel it in there moving. And if it's moving, then that means that it's all right, at least in my opinion. So I feel the sigh of relief. And the funny thing about it is that last night, everyone knows that pregnancy brings these awesomely vivid freaking dreams into your world, and I had the most vivid dream last night. I know everyone's seen the videos of like where the moms are showing their stomach, and you can see the baby's footprint and stuff. You can see like the baby's elbows and arms and fingers and foot and stuff like that through the skin of the belly. And so even as small as my baby is, which is the size of an avocado, in my dream, I could see the baby's foot on my I could see the baby's foot just like sliding across my belly. And even though the foot was only like this big, but it was a fully formed foot with toes and everything. And it was just like so amazing. Like it just kept kicking and sliding like across, like it was rollerblading on the inside of my stomach. That's the weird vivid dream that I had last night. So, you know, they say that in your subconscious, things that are actually happening actually formulate themselves into your dreams. So, leads me to further believe that maybe the baby was awake. He's a early bird, awake during the wee hours of the morning. And so, since he was so active this morning, I just had incorporated that into my dream. And then when I woke up, I could still feel him being active. Also, I felt him actively for the past 3 days. I had not felt him. I felt him 3 or 4 days ago, 15 weeks and 2 days, and it was just more so like he was stamping on my bladder type of deal. And then 3 days of no activity, really, outside of a little pop. I don't even want to say pop. It's not really a pop. Outside of a random thump, but for the past 3 days, I really felt nothing. And the 3 days before, when I was feeling him, the reason why I would say I can feel him on my bladder is because I can feel when, for some reason, it gets really, really low into my pelvis, which is part of the reason why we couldn't find the heartbeat. But likes to be really, really low down into the pelvis and does all this tricks. So every time it turns around or turns over or kicks or does anything right on top of my bladder, I feel it like that. I gotta pee. I gotta pee. So that's how I knew that it was the baby, because it was literally like using my bladder as a pillow. So, yeah, that part. But he's just floating today, and I could feel him. I am just so relieved. My boyfriend said that he could feel him too, and it kind of scared him last night. But yeah, baby is all in well. So 15 weeks and 4 or 5 days. I'll be 16 weeks in a couple of days, and it's like time is just flying. I'm already halfway through my pregnancy. So I have started to 15 weeks. What I'm doing in this 15 weeks, going into 16 weeks, I am solidifying my baby buys for what crib I'm going to purchase, what stroller I'm going to purchase, what activities or what do they call them, baby gear I'm going to purchase. I know I know which crib I want. I know which bedding I want. I know which stroller I want. And here's the thing, I have a stroller and a crib at Babies R Us that I want. And then I have a stroller at Target that I really want. All by the brand Kiko. I'm going to go with the Kiko brand because of the way that they break down. But I have one at Target that I really, really want, which is the one I've always wanted. So I'm trying to do an option for stroller and crib at the same store. So I have an idea of a crib that I like that's on the Target website. I mean, it's not as fancy as the one at Babies R Us, obviously, but so I'm going to add that to my registry at some point today. Also, what I've been doing is, I'm just so glad that I picked this book up. I had this book before. This is the What to Expect When You're Expecting, and this one is the 5th edition, so this is the newest remade one. In actuality, from the book that I had before with my first pregnancy, they've changed and added so much stuff to this book. The first time I had it, which was back in 2006, I didn't read the whole beginning part about fibroids and endometriosis and all of those other type of things and how they affect pregnancy, because again, I was 19 years old. I was pretty healthy as far as I was concerned, so I just wanted to know if I was pregnant and what to expect with my growing baby. I wasn't interested in all of that other stuff, but now that I am a woman and I have had children, and you know, your body changes over time and you develop new things, it's definitely something that I found myself drawn to reading. So I haven't even gotten to conception part of the book. I'm still on just the preliminary chapters. So pretty much what I think that I am going to do, I did make videos before every week. and, you know, tracking my symptoms and detailing what I've been going through earlier in this pregnancy. And I think that what I'm going to actually do is that once I do get to the chapters of this, like conception, I am going to just remake all those videos, because a lot of those videos I was not feeling well, and I actually want to look nice when I make these videos. So I think I am going to do a remake of all the videos as I go through the chapters of development in this book. So once... Oh, sorry. So what I mean by that when I say like chapters of development is like right now I'm still in the preliminary chapter, so I haven't actually gotten to the chapter where it starts with conception and what happens with your body and the baby then, and then what to look out for. But I think that that would be a good guideline actually for me to do my videos. So when I say re-record them, I'm actually going to use the book as a guideline and say yay or nay, I'm having these symptoms, and then add my own symptoms and thoughts and feeling, and then I'm going to remake the videos because I want to get my background and stuff setting. Like, I don't want to just do some raggedy videos on this journey. I actually want to try to put some effort into it, so I am going to be remaking those. And I mean, hey, I'm pregnant and I got 5 more months before, you know, the baby comes, so to speak, all the time in the world to correct them and get them right. And since I was not feeling well more in the beginning part of this pregnancy, I definitely want to remake them in better spirits. I am having a slight headache today, but it's okay because I stopped and got a coffee. But that's it, guys. So I'll see you later. I'm now at work. Gotta go. Bye.